Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Brittany McCaskey with Coyote Hill Foster Care. Welcome, Brittany.
Thank you, thank you.
So Coyote Hill, located in Hannibal, correct?
Yes, yeah, yep.
Interesting name.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yes.
Doesn't scream foster care, does
No,
it?
It sure doesn't. Can you give me a little background on that?
Yeah, so Coyote Hill, our founder, Larry McDaniel, just had a really big heart for kids in foster care, and him and his late wife Kathy, they just saw the need and just kept casting this vision of like this really cool place where kids can just come and be kids in the midst of all of this stuff going on. And so he just kept casting vision, and this amazing family decided to donate 200 acres of land to them. And when it came time to like make it formal as a nonprofit, they decided, let's name it after the land. And he was hearing Coyote Hill, but they were actually calling it Coyoteville. And so it's really like this weird like mix up.
Conglomeration of all things. That's so
yeah,
cool.
but it stuck. It stuck.
Yeah,
so yeah,
what a cool name. I like the idea behind it. Very, very neat. And 200 acres. That's a big chunk of land, right?
Yeah. It's no small place.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And so what started on this land has now expanded throughout Hannibal and Missouri, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's down in Harrisburg, Missouri, which is it's like a 200 or 300 people like town.
Very small.
Yeah. But it's about 30 minutes north of Columbia. And so it started there as 200 acres where we would just build a house and then a family would come and live there as hired house parents, and then kids from the state of Missouri in foster care would come and live there during their time. And it's grown on to 7 homes there. And we also acquired an additional 100 acres, so it's actually 300 acres now.
Incredible.
And it has, if you go to our website, it's so pretty. But it has a lake there where we put like these floating like inflatable trampolines and a blob and
cool.
like a little slide
Yeah.
on it. And then we have horses and an equine program where kids can go throughout the property and really just be kids and trying to heal from the trauma that they've experienced in the midst of it. So it's very like wooded, very like natural nature.
Serene.
Yes.
Very cool. And then aside from expanding the property on the acreage, you've also expanded to include, especially in Hannibal, actual foster families that are outside of the compound, we'll say.
Yeah, so in 2020, we took what we had learned in the last like almost 30 years and took it outward, and it's really exploded. So we started in Columbia of training and licensing new foster families out in the community, and we're now in Jeff City, Moberly, and Hannibal. We started in Hannibal in October of 2021.
Okay. So now how many families, because I know what you mentioned, there's over 11,000 in Missouri, children that are in foster care.
Yeah.
So in Hannibal alone, I mean, of course that number is going to be smaller, but what does it look like there?
In Marion County, just Marion County.
Yeah.
There's 166 kids, which is the 4th highest per capita in the state of Missouri per county.
Wow.
And number 1 is Clark County, like Cahokia.
Really?
Yeah. They're the highest per capita based on population, the highest number of kids in foster care.
Wow. So then how many foster families currently are in Marion County? Do you know?
Yeah, so we have roughly 33 like traditional homes. And so when I say traditional, like they're like, I want to be a foster family, and they go through the training licensing. It's not like grandma or teacher.
Sure.
So those are kinship, and we've got about a 50-50. So there's roughly 60 homes taking care of kids there. But if there's no one to take them, then they're moving pretty far away,
right?
Which is hard.
Right. And the ultimate goal is to reconnect these children that are in foster care back with their biological families.
Yes,
Is that correct?
yeah. So research shows that families and kids have better outcomes if they're back with their natural family.
Sure.
So that really is the goal. It doesn't always happen, but it is the goal.
Right. And then working with foster families and kind of connecting the dots between the foster care and the biological families through whatever resources that you need to take on.
Yeah. So when I'm training families, I'm telling them from the beginning, like, you're not just fostering a child, but you're fostering a whole family. Like, I want them to build a relationship with the biological parents. It's just smoother, you know, and it's better for the kid. They don't have to like pick and choose like which one, you know, loyalties and things like that. But it's like, you know, everyone's on my side.
Right, absolutely. I love that. And then, of course, back to Coyote Hill for a second, because one of the great things about Coyote Hill is that you do have these homes that are built specifically for these families, which I think the big benefit there, of course, outside of having kind of a community, is you get to, there's a higher chance of staying with your siblings.
Yeah. So most kids, most people, I would say most homes like aren't equipped to take like 4 or 5 kids.
Sure.
Like you just don't have the space for that. And so the Hill property is able to, they're larger, and so they're able to stay hopefully together. But even in some of our local homes, like we've had some that like have brother and sister, and another have, you know, sisters, and so they've been able to really like have sibling visits on the weekends or stay connected and to each other's birthday parties and things.
Right. Which is, that's, of course, you know, nobody wants to hear that children are in foster care, but when you have resources like this, it makes it a little bit easier to hear and to understand. And then to know that there are so many families that are willing to help, wanting to help, and that can take on a multitude of different looks, right? So you can either want to be a foster family, but you mentioned something that I think is pretty interesting to hear, right?
Yeah. So not everyone can be a foster parent. Not everyone, you know, should or is in that season of life. Rather, you're just freshly married with like littles, though you still can, or if you're grandparent age or great-grandparent age, there's still lots of ways to get involved. And so some of that is we have a retired school teacher that comes in once a week and does like educational like tutoring, which is really cool. But we have lots of people like who like to cook, and they'll bring in like frozen meals for us. And some people like don't put me in the kitchen. And so they give us gift cards. And we have families ranging from like a single parent with 1 child, so a family of 2, all the way up to like 12. So variety of amounts are always really good to have. There's we've got. Jump here?
We can jump there because we were talking about funding, and you don't get federal or state monies currently.
Correct.
So it's all based on nonprofit, all based on donors, private donors.
Donors, grants. I will say, like we just got accepted for some contracts through the state. But we've not received any of that funding. So it will be coming, but really, like, we're still going to be doing it with or without it. And to get the funding, you hold events, and one of the Tastier events is coming up, right? Yeah, this is our first fundraiser in the Hannibal area.
All right. Well, let's talk about it.
So we're hosting a pancake breakfast and raffle this Saturday at First Christian Church in Hannibal, and we're gonna have pancakes and sausage and coffee and juice and milk and all the things, and so we're really excited to do that. And tickets $10, kids are $5, and then we've got really cool raffles in there. So we've got some Cardinals tickets with a gas card, which is always
that's
really
a nice
helpful.
add-on.
We've got like a Hannibal date night with like movie tickets and like the escape room and coffee, and one of them is a Blackstone with like the accessories to go along with it. So there's lots of them. I think we have like 9 different baskets available.
Sounds like something for everyone. So not only can you get delicious breakfast, but go get your chance to win some really cool raffles. And help out a great cause as well. So, and you don't have to have a ticket before, right? You don't have to like
No.
register or get a ticket beforehand.
You
just
can.
Show up? Okay.
Yep. It's the same price either way.
Okay.
Raffle tickets you can buy ahead of time or at the event. And so if you're not able to come, you can still enter the raffle.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you don't have to actually come to the pancake breakfast to win any of the baskets.
Okay, good to know. If you do want to go for breakfast and stay for the raffle, it is where?
First Christian Church in Hannibal. It's kind of in the back part in their gym. It's 1101 Broadway in Hannibal. And it starts at what time?
7 a.m. Okay, yeah, 7 a.m. Saturday, June 21st for all you early risers. Goes till 11. Go out, check it out, get to know a little bit more about Coyote Hill, your mission. Have a great breakfast, get entered to win some raffle prizes. Learn a little bit more about how you can help, right? It could be just donating money, could be donating time, like you said. There's a multitude of different ways to help. If you want more information on the breakfast or how to become involved in Coyote Hill, where would they go? Yep, so we've got a Facebook page, Coyote Hill, coyotehill.org, or they can call us. Our office is 573-874-0179. There you go. Love it. Well, keep up the great work. Yeah, I appreciate it. And again, if you want to get involved, even if you just want to go have a great breakfast, go check it out Saturday, June 21st. And if you want more information, reach out to Brittany and crew at Coyote Hill. It's a great organization doing great things for our kids and families in Hannibal and surrounding areas. So thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. Absolutely. Thank you. All right, coming up next, I sit down with my pal Jimmie Patterson to talk about Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling. Stay tuned.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
And welcome back. Now joining me, my pal Jimmie Patterson with Scoreboard. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. So I think the last time we talked about this, and that is the Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling.
Yeah.
Coming to a bar near you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess they don't like when you say midgets, is what I was told.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the PC term anymore.
I didn't know
It's
that.
little people, maybe, I think. It probably depends on
I think
who you
it's
ask.
dwarf, technically.
Dwarf?
I'm pretty sure.
That makes sense. Dwarfinators.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said a lot worse last year and got in pretty big trouble for it, I guess.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Not
I didn't
you.
know. I didn't know.
So this is the second annual Dwarfinators wrestling event. Now, last year, I didn't get the chance to go. I'm really hoping I get to go this year, which is June 28th.
June 28th.
At Scoreboard.
Yep.
Okay, so give me a little bit, like a little nugget of information about what it looked like last year as far as an event. Because I think it's hard to visualize unless you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ring is like right on the west side of the building in the black asphalt parking lot. And then the street's shut down, so there's fencing. There's only one way to get in, which is on the north side of the building in between us and Horizons.
Okay.
And so you'd walk through there, and you walk in and the ring's just right there in the middle. And it was just a big, huge group of people standing around a ring watching little people wrestle each other.
How many people attended?
630 something. I don't remember if it was 630.
Over 600 people.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the questions that I had, so everybody's standing around this ring. How's everybody seeing? How can you see?
So select people that get their tickets online like ahead of time, they usually do the VIP and they fill up fast.
Okay.
I think there's 120 of those chairs, and then with that huge group of people sitting down, everybody can pretty well see. But the ring's elevated.
There you go.
4 feet, so nobody will miss it.
Okay, so it's up higher, and you can get VIP tickets. Do you still have VIP tickets available?
Yeah, online, yeah.
And those are closer to the ring, and then everything else is kind of standing room only, and you just find your spot.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, assume you have booze there.
Of course.
Okay. How about food?
Or I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, right.
So Jeremy's going to come back with Platte Daddy barbecue trailer, and he's going to do it again.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
I'm assuming he's going to wear his Nacho Libre mask that he wears all the time. I hope so too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So these wrestlers, I was looking on their Facebook page, and this group, they travel everywhere.
They're nuts, man. Yeah, so they have another show in like Indiana or something like that on the same day. It's a different group. They send out 2 caravans from Texas, and they just travel around.
It's incredible.
But so as soon as they got there last year, it was like, 5 o'clock that they rolled up. They went straight inside to the bar, and this guy just like peeked his head over the bar, and he's like, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I need 4 Fireball shots.
Okay.
Like, I think you missed the recovering part, buddy.
Yeah,
and
I think you missed
he took all 4 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to have some booze in you to get out there and wrestle.
But they stay and they party with you after. Like, they hang out in the bar.
Really?
People were buying them drinks. Yeah, it was a blast.
So how many wrestlers were there last year?
I'm going to say like 12, something like that. Yeah.
All right. And then they all just get in the ring and that's amazing.
Go at it.
Okay, I'm so hoping I get to come this year. But, all right, so tickets, they are on sale now.
Yep.
But they're not available through the Scoreboard. So don't go bothering the bartenders or Jimmie for these tickets.
We've gotten a lot of phone calls about that,
Yeah.
which I understand. Like, if you see an event somewhere, that's who you're going to call. But
Sure.
it's all on the Dwarfinatorsextremewrestling.com.
Yeah.
That's where all the tickets are.
Okay, and I found it through your Facebook page, though. So you
Yes.
can go on there, and then there is like a link to, or you can go to the About page, and it's got like all the information. So you can go get your tickets on their site through either Facebook or their website. But you want to get your tickets now because last year you did sell out, right?
Yeah, and I was getting a lot of phone calls from guys that were planning on coming and paying at the door, and they couldn't. Like, there's nothing I can do about it when it gets to that point. That's their call on how many people they're going to let in, how many tickets they're going to sell. So when it gets to that point that they're not doing it at the door anymore, they're done.
Okay.
So you got to get them ahead of time.
Definitely get them ahead of time. And then if you want VIP, I recommend getting those too, because it sounds like those are going to sell out probably first.
Those go fast, yeah.
I'd imagine. Okay, so what time's the event start?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Doors will open at 6, though.
Okay, so if you get a ticket, can you get, let's say if I have a ticket, can I go to the Scoreboard before that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It'll be open like normal.
Okay, so you just go in, but then, when the doors open to the event, then you can go find your spot.
Walk outside, walk out there, do whatever, yeah.
Perfect. I love it. It sounds like it's going to be a freaking blast. Okay, so June 28th, 7 p.m. Get your tickets now. The Dwarfinators Extreme Wrestling. Am I saying that right? Or is it Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling? Either way, it's Dwarfs Wrestling at the Scoreboard
Little
in
people
Quincy.
wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, which is going to be incredible.
At a bar, yeah.
And I heard from a lot of people that it was an event not to be missed.
Yeah, there was people paying like, it was $20 bills, I think it was, to get their heads like smashed with a cookie sheet by one of the wrestlers.
The spectators?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody?
They were flying into the people and
really?
Yeah, it was nuts.
So they're like catching them?
Yeah.
All right.
Just catch them and throw them back.
Oh my gosh, I got to be there. This is going to be amazing. All right, June 28th, Scoreboard, the Extreme Dwarfinators Wrestling event, one not to be missed. So make sure you get your tickets now through their website. Again, what was that again?
ExtremeDwarfinatorsWrestling.com.
Okay, or just Google it.
Or yeah, it'll
come
up. I
up.
promise you it'll come up.
It'll come up.
Yeah.
But yeah, get your tickets now, whether you want VIP standing room, and then get there early, get your spot reserved, get some food, get some booze, and enjoy the event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right, Scoreboard here in Quincy, of course. Jimmie, thank you so much. Always appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, I think that does it for today's Daily. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Coffee Talk. See you then.